Hey, what's going on to you? What is going on to you, crabs out here? Sorry about that. But for you, crabs, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Tower, and you have the Sun card. So these two cards, right? Excuse me, these three cards right here for you, crabs, represent. So some of you crabs may have been trying to see somebody, and there's a real situation that popped up, and you crabs basically became their retribution. And what I mean by that is the two of you decided to split up. You decided to split up with them. It didn't really last very long. You're just trying to like talk to them and get to know them. But why it is that it ended up being so brief is because you crabs started to see something about them very soon, and that you're able to come to conclusions that they're not really a person that you really want to be in a relationship with, because they've got some serious character flaws. They've got, they've got some serious issues to them. They've got some serious character flaws. And what I mean when I say that they've got character flaws, I'm talking about it from a perspective of they are essentially, there's the Sun card, right? So the Sun card is that you brought it to their attention because the two of you ended up having a falling out, right? The Tower at that. Maybe you may not have necessarily brought it to their attention. Some of you may have brought it to their attention and said, hey, let me pull your coattail to this. And then some of you decided to just be silent about it and just go radio silent, because a lot of you crabs saw that this person has a serious character flaw, right? There's something about them where they very much so are, caught up with some sort of delusion, they're not taking accountability for something that they have charge of, but they refuse to actually change and do better for themselves about. And the Three of Pentacles here and the Six of Swords represent like I said, a lot of you crabs probably didn't even tell them that, and the Tower could just represent, it becomes very glaring to you because maybe the person spazzed out on you. Maybe they spazzed out on somebody else. Maybe they said something that really alarmed you, that made, alarms really ring off in your head, right? That something became so apparent to the point where you crabs just couldn't ignore it any further. This could also be a situation for you crabs where I'm seeing that you crabs also are in a situation where, like I said, you saw that about them, and then it just made them unattractive to you, right? You became extraordinarily unattractive to them, they became extraordinary unattractive to you, where you're looking at them, you're getting to know them, you're talking to them, but no matter how much it is that they try, whatever it is that they say, you're just unattracted to them because of what they did or something that they said that really broke the level of attraction that you crabs had to them. And then the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Swords represent how, so a lot of you crabs are just looking elsewhere because you figure that there's no real use in spending any more time trying to really get to know these people. And then you have this individual where you have the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles, right? So the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles speaks to how Chariot is you crabs in the first place. So it speaks to how, at that point, things started to get weird after that, because it basically just began to get downhill from there, right? Like you went forward, right? You went forward. They tried to contact you again. How I know this? These two cards, let alone the other cards that I see. And we're going to get into it, of course. We're going to get to all of this. Things just essentially got weird. And you crabs are like, you got it. You probably didn't even tell them that. Some of you crabs probably did let them know, hey, you got it. You don't want to talk to them again. You don't want to have any kind of communication with them again, because once again, you crabs understand that this is a waste of time. Why waste your time trying to get to know this person if all it is that they're going to do is make themselves exceedingly more unattractive the longer you know them? You know, those types of people that no matter how attractive they are, no matter how attracted you could be to them, they're just terrible individuals. And I've talked about this before. We got to stop giving people leniency. This ideology of, oh, this person isn't a bad person. How come? Stop. See, this is the problem, fam. Oh my God. We have so many people blowing smoke up other people's butts. Stop it, fam. How is it that you're not a good how is it that you're a good person and we're like, oh, nah, that doesn't necessarily make them a bad person? You fundamentally flawed. Of course you're a terrible person. You know? I'm not saying you, but I'm saying that the person is fundamentally flawed. How are they not a bad person? If they get themselves into a relationship with the auspices, the expectations to use people, that's an integrity thing. Yes, they're bad people. Yes. And we need to say this, fam. Because playing the mental gym, oh, nah, they're not bad people. We're talking about integrity here. Yes, they're terrible people. They're awful. Why? Because how you gonna live a full life without integrity? You just ripping and running around and double crossing everybody in your way. You don't know how to play well with others. Every time someone catches you red-handed and they go, I saw that, and I'm gonna pull up the track and show you where the verbs are. I'm gonna show and prove where it is that you on some nonsense. The person ripping and running away and skating away from accountability. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, people. Come on, people. Because show and prove. Because what is the effect of them doing this? What is one of the effects of them doing this? Servitude. Them being deceptive, unclear, shysty, to get people to be a servant to them. What's another word for that? Come on now. You just said it in your head. So how's that not bad? So the thing is that the Star card and the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups right here for you crabs, you get it. You crabs understand that you may not have necessarily made yourself clear that you don't want to have anything to do with them. The Star card and the Nine of Swords, you're really trying to be as nice as you possibly can to let this person to kind of, you know what I mean? So you basically, you let them off easy and said, hey, listen, the two of you don't share similar value systems. And the Three of Cups is them basically being oblivious, them acting like they don't know what it is that you're talking about. But so you had to essentially break their heart. You had to tell them what it is and to really bring the accountability and show them accountability in front of their face. So let's clarify the Three of Cups. So you have the Star card, the Nine of Cups, the Justice, the King of Pentacles, and then you have the Page of Pentacles. So these three cards right here for you, crabs, right? These three cards right here is them really wanting to be in a relationship, or at least they making it seem like that, right? Them wanting you to give them another chance, but you crabs already saw everything that you needed to see about them. You know their character, you know them, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist, especially for you crabs, to figure it out. You crabs are usually quite intelligent anyway. You know, A lot of you may be a little bit, loopy, but dumb is not, it's not one of those things. So the thing is that the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles right here represents for you. Yeah, like you crabs, I get it. You crabs are just not down for someone sitting on their butt, not doing anything, expecting you crabs essentially to figure it all out for them, while it is that they do basically nothing, right? They don't even do any kind of any kind of emotional work in a relationship to say that they're sharing with you their feelings. There's a future. This relationship has legs, it's going places, right? And nothing. This person is just gonna hang out with you, and on paper, the two of you would be together, but they would just get lazy. That's a no-no. You can't get, come on now. That's a no-no. A person can't get lazy in a relationship, because once they start doing that, because what it is once they start doing that, once they start getting lazy, everything else comes after that. Meaning that not only is it that the other person starts losing attraction, because a person who gets lazy starts to let themselves go, but even more deeper than that, they get lazy when it comes to actually communicating, putting in their fair share of effort into the relationship in different ways, like contributing to the relationship, but also surveying, right? Asking if they're doing a great job, right? Asking their significant other if how they're doing. Can they be better in this area, right? How can they become more developed in this area? So when a person starts being lazy, you understand what I'm saying? That means that they become a parasite. It's weight, dragging around useless weight. It's like having a pair of like, I don't know, like it's like walking around all the time with a weighted vest. You know what I mean? Like those workout guys, right? When they have the weighted vest on and stuff like that, right? To kind of give them a challenge to their workouts. It's like that. It's like having a weighted vest. It's like, come on, y'all, So let's clarify the Ten of Swords. The Temperance, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Unalive card, right? The Transition card. So the Temperance, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Swords for you crabs, it speaks to how a lot of you are very patient and meticulous. You're a lot more picky when it comes to actually trying to find someone, because a lot of you crabs are waking up and realizing that if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you should be proud to be in a relationship with them, right? Not just someone that you're on paper in a relationship with them, but it's like it's hard being in one with them because they disappoint you. It's embarrassing being with them. Why? Because you have to do all the work. You're trying to make this thing work, and you want to be loyal, right? But at the same time, this person is making it difficult for you to be loyal. Why? Because every day it's like the person is being lazy. They don't want to contribute anything to you, right? Because both sides, this is why it is I say too, that a relationship has to be 50-50. Otherwise it doesn't work, because when it comes to a real relationship, you will do things that the other person likes to do that you may not necessarily like to do yourself, but you will do things for the other person. That's 50-50 though, right? If I have a significant other, my significant other may I don't know, I don't even know. My significant other may like perfumes. So I may go out and get I don't know, a good smelling perfume, you know, that smells real, that I would think smells really good. But I would be at the store asking people's perspectives, right? Trying to find out their perspective. Like, okay, what is your perspective on this? Do you think that my lady would like this type of stuff, right? Right? Um, Regardless of whether if I want to buy it or not, right? But then my significant other would do things for me. I may like a steak dinner, right? She may decide to actually take me out for a steak dinner or whatever. Not necessarily at any fancy restaurant, but may like to do something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's 50-50, because the two of you are doing what it is that the other person would like. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you particularly find joy out of it, but you do gain joy out of it, because you, in a sense, because you gain joy out of it because you like to see the person that you're in love with happy. You see what I'm saying? When a person is lazy like that, right, it embarrasses you, because now you crabs are like, well, what's going on? So the thing is that the Wheel of Fortune and the transition card right here, right, Scorpio, no, excuse me, crabs, Scorpio, right? So this is about, you know, you crabs understanding that you don't want anything less than someone to actually really build with, and non-shallow type of relationships, right? All of this stuff where people just trying to get some goods out of you at the behest of you, lying to you, telling you, oh yeah, it's great type stuff. Nah. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Peace.